We are convinced that we got a problem because we can't get the oil. It doesn't make any difference, if somebody has manufactured this or fabricated it. The fact is that we don't have it. But I think that for the benefit of the public, we need to have that kind of satisfactory information. And any way that you gentlemen can put some pressure on, wherever it may come, whether it's through congressional action or through administrative action, we need this kind of information to satisfy our needs and the concerns of the public.
Just would ask how we might help in and work with you in your office in convincing people that this is the solution, and that the problem is real. That you can't just explain it away and say some rascal in Washington or in the oil industry has caused all this. Whatever caused it, and we hope to find that out. It is here, and voluntary restraint is the easiest answer, the most economical answer.
Well, Jim, I think you raise a very good point, a valid point, and one of the things that I will talk about when I go to Washington on Friday is the matter of how can we get good, credible information from the oil companies. I know that you gentlemen in the Congress haven't been able to get it yet. Perhaps Mr. Simon and his staff can go into the field and can make some spot checks for us, determine whether or not those tanks are full, whether or not there's as much oil coming into this country this year as there was last year, whether in fact there really is a shortage of oil available to the major oil companies. Now, I think it would be for the benefit of the companies as well as this country to have that information out. And if that is available, I think that some of the questions, some of the suspicion and doubt that now exists would be relieved. One area is the transportation bills that have been pushed for quite some time now. The funding for operating expenses as well as capital construction is urgent. We thank you for your help in getting through the first step in opening up the Highway Trust Fund to make it available, some money available for transportation. The single urban transportation fund that the administration has proposed is in line with what the cities of this do what it wants in the rationing field. If you give them that kind of carte blanche authority, I would hope that in the hearings you would at least elicit from them some information as to what they plan to do with regard to the allocation formula. 35 gallons per month across the board is simply an unacceptable answer for those of us who live in this Southern California area. So I would hope that you could get some commitment from them that in the standby authority or any permanent rationing plan they put into effect, that areas like Southern California would have some special consideration in terms of an increased amount of gas which they would be able to get. And I think that some of the other facets of that bill that we just discussed earlier this morning, the inequities that are so clear, really have to be resolved, and I think that kind of commitment from the administration is necessary before that authority is given. That just gives you...
Infinitesimal at this time. It's less than 0.3% is the contribution of nuclear plants. The nuclear plant will give us domestic indigenous control of a source of supply which the same as we have in coal and the oil and the gas that we have. We will not have to import it. Now this red line up here shows imports or shortages. This is the lowest demand curve, and it's about 84 million